You can't be a commercial lender in 5 days, but I tried, I grind, I worked really hard on it. And now I have created my own program for commercial brokers, commercial loan brokers, and residential mortgage brokers who want to be commercial lenders. And also at the same time, in the ACOM Capital entity, we lend money to the clients.
Hello, everyone, and this is Stella Top Seller. Welcome to my podcast. And today I'm actually thrilled to have this guest. I'm honored to have here Raja Maan. He is a founder and president of the ACOM Capital commercial lending firm in Newport Beach, California. Welcome, Raja. I'm happy to have you here. Please introduce yourself and let's start it.
Thank you, Stella. Thank you for your time and opportunity to meet up with your audience and people who listen to you. I've been in the commercial lending industry for the last 10 years. Cumulatively, I have started mortgage business in 2007, so it's been 18 years now. It's going to be 19. I started as a residential mortgage broker, and I transited myself in 2015. I started a course. I joined a course actually in New York, upstate New York, for commercial lending. And they taught me in 5 days how to become a commercial lender. You can be a commercial lender in 5 days, but I tried, I grind, I worked really hard on it. And now I have created my own program for commercial brokers, commercial loan brokers, and residential mortgage brokers who want to be commercial lenders. And also at the same time, in the ACOM Capital entity, we lend money to the clients.
Wow, interesting. So you've been in this industry over 17 years and you've seen it all. You've seen the market up and down and you're trying to survive in this kind of a roller coaster market. But I'm always curious, what's the behind scenes in lending work? How does it work? Let's say, how does commercial lending actually work behind the scenes? What does the lender look for in order for them to evaluate and to give them the loan?
So there's so many components for commercial lending. I would say the first one is it's very similar to residential, but at the same time, it's not very similar. So for residential mortgage brokers, they understand the credit report, how the credit score is. For some commercial lending deals, we need credit score. Some we don't even care about it, especially when it's fully recourse or non-recourse lending. So for credit score is one of the components. Property price, LTV, LTC, how much LTV they want to go up to. If it's a construction project, how many projects they have done before, similar to this project. If it's a multifamily residential property, like it's a 100-unit property, if they have any experience in this business before, have they managed these kind of properties before, if they're having a long-term loan, if it's a fix and flip, it's a different criteria. Have they ever done this kind of fix and flip before? So every deal, we have almost 15 lending programs, actually 18 if you combine mezzanine finance and preferred equity. So 18 products, every product has different guidelines. So lender is looking for different things for different loan guidelines. That's why I say commercial lending is not similar to residential mortgages, because every loan is different. Every property, every client is different. So lender want to take a look at that particular deal. And if you have one scenario, I can tell you based on that scenario, what they need.
So you know what factor are we looking for in order for us to get approved? Because there's some deals that we're trying to put everything together and I want to make sure what factor do I have to pay more attention in order for us to have likely to have approved as well.
So give me a scenario. Give me a scenario of your deal. I can tell you right away.
We do have a multifamily that my investor was buying. And of course, he has a good down payment and he wanted to apply for a loan. But something worked out that he didn't create too much, how can I say, there's a value add on the property that he has to come up with in order for him to get the cap. And I don't know why he was denied. And he was like, Stella, I have everything that to be approved for. what's happening? Should I try another bank? Should I try another lenders?
Mm.
So being with having so many choices, different programs, how does your lending is different than others? What factors do you look at, the way I say, and what's the most likely for them to get approved and to be 100% sure that he's going to go through and not to waste so much time? Let's say he lost about 3 months of waiting for an approval and it was denied.
So that's exactly what we teach our brokers. That's exactly what we teach. Save time on the deals. Don't
Right.
waste your time, and don't waste clients' time, and don't waste lenders' time. Because once you start wasting clients' time, clients gonna go away from you. And once you start wasting lenders' time, they're not gonna pick up your phone. So don't waste, and your time too. Obviously, it's precious. So there's no one answer for this kind of deal. It can be a DSCR ratio.
Okay.
Just explaining a little bit about DSCR is you probably know about it too. Debt service coverage ratio. So
Right.
if the property is making, let's say hypothetically, $100,000 net operating income after all the expenses, a
Okay.
multifamily property, $100,000, and their loan payment for certain lenders, if they're looking for long-term loan, average DSCR ratio is 1.2. Some they
Right.
take 1.15, 1.25, average 1.2. So your loan payment should be 1.2 divided by 1.2, whatever it may be. So
Mhm.
let's say have other way around. If your loan payment is $100,000, your income should be more than $120,000.
Oh, okay. So you see,
So
that's a
that's a general criteria. And this is one of the main factors or main concerns when lenders decline the deal. And
I
it
see.
can be a geographical location where lenders don't like to lend. So, for example, tier one, like top line, New York,
Right.
Los Angeles, Miami, it's a top tier one. Lenders reduce their DSCR ratio for these areas, so they can go up
Wow.
to 1.15 because the property price is really high. It's not hard, easy to qualify in those areas because properties are high. So when you go to tier two, if you go little suburb, they raise the DSCR ratio 1.2, and in some rural areas they go 1.25, and
Mm.
higher 1.3 in the very rural areas. In some areas they don't even lend, so it can be
Wow.
one of those factors.
Interesting.
So for example, the same property, you need $115,000 income in New York
Okay.
versus you go to I don't know, Pennsylvania, no, yeah, some suburban Pennsylvania or rural area. You go the same property, same loan amount, same loan payment. You need $130,000 income for the
Wow.
same property.
Interesting. So if we're talking about demographics and the area to invest, so give us some advice where investors should invest and where is more likely for them to have that ratio higher.
It's always it's like a cycle. So in New York, because the property price is really high, the cap rate is low.
Correct.
You work
Yes.
in New York, you know that.
Right.
Every metropolitan city, they have a higher property price. That's why the cap rate is low. So
Mhm.
wherever you get higher cap rate, the property price is reasonable. That's where you should invest, I believe. But at the same time, there's more appreciation in the metropolitan cities because the more demand,
Right.
must apply. It's like, again, it's a cycle. You don't know you have to decide which cycle you want to get. You want to go into the appreciation cycle, you want to get your appreciation more, or you
Right.
want a long-term cash cow, cash flow properties. In metropolitan, you don't get any cash flow properties. You know that. You
Right.
buy a property, you hardly make it even. In rural, like for Illinois, I have seen some Michigan properties, Ohio properties, they give you like 10% cap rate for multifamily properties.
Mhm.
And it's a great win-win situation. For personally, I like cash flow properties because cash flow is always there. Appreciation comes when you sell the
Right.
property or you refinance the property. Otherwise, you don't see the appreciation, right? You don't see the appreciation until you sell the property. It's all virtual.
You know what? All my investors are like, Stella, we wanted to invest, But what would you recommend? Should we go multifamily, or should we see maybe shopping centers or warehouses? What class do you see is more like moving and bring more value and the cash flow as well? What do you see in your lending? What's the often traffic?
Yeah, that's a great question. Actually, I always look at the lender's perspective. So
Mhm.
what they like the more, because they like the properties which are less likely to default.
I
You know what
see.
I mean? So they lend
Right.
on the properties which are less likely to default, and they decline those properties which are higher risk properties. So, for example, multifamily is on the top of the line properties
Okay.
everywhere. All the lenders, they start from multifamily properties. Say multifamily, yes, and the second would be industrial warehouse,
Wow.
and then it comes to retail, and then I would say mixed use before retail,
Uh-huh.
multifamily, industrial warehouse, mixed use, retail, office, and then hospitality very underneath, like special use, whatever it may be, assisted living homes and
Right.
senior care or gas station, car washes, and all the at the bottom.
But
But you
hotels, I see a lot of investors buying hotels. Like we have
hotels,
hotels right now that we're negotiating in Florida, and it's not a big hotels. It's like motel hotel.
which yeah, most lenders don't like hotels,
Mhm.
so
Okay.
that's a sign because it's like a so now we're comparing business to real estate. Hotel is
Right.
a business. It may run, it may not. Real estate is there, and everyone needs place to live, right?
So
It's a
the
worst case
man,
scenario. Think about it. What's worst case scenario? If there's a crisis, if is in the recession, would you just leave your apartment? You won't. You just stay there. What you might quit going out, staying in a
uh-huh.
hotel, right? The first thing you want to keep your existing your primary residence. It can be rental, it can be your own, but you want to keep it at the till the last minute.
You have your point, right? And it's like, what's we have to separate the business or investment, meaning that you want to invest and then run as a business, or you want to invest and to create some kind of a cash flow. So
Yes,
that's how,
but at the
depending.
same time, I'm not saying that you should not invest in hotels. I have a lot of wealthy and successful investors in hotels and car washes. A lot of lenders don't like car washes. Car
Oh,
wash, gas station, truck
so gas,
stops.
gas station, I hear a lot of investors that going for, but why? Why they
Yeah,
don't like? I feel it's a
it's a
good.
work, right? It's a business. You can't just buy a gas station and start making money. You have to work on it. And in real estate, you make less money, like 8%, 7%, sometimes 6% on your total investment. In a gas station, you may make more, like 20, 30, 40% because you run the business, but it's a lot of work too at the same time. A lot of investors are successful in gas stations and truck stops and car washes. We have programs for that too. So I'm not discouraging for not doing that, but it's a different ball game altogether. If you want to get into this business, into those kind of businesses, good, might as well.
It's a lot to work with the investors, and before we move forward, we are preparing the deal. We want to make sure all the numbers make sense, and especially with the lenders, this is more like a teamwork that we have to do it together. But
Yeah.
what I see, a lot of technology are changing that commercial lending board. What's happening with that? How the technology affecting your lending?
It, wa- I think it's a positive side for myself. I think I mentioned that too. We created a program, a commercial lending training program, which is called Commercial Lending Mastery. And also, we're providing a software, which is we're going to launch in a few days for commercial brokers who want to be commercial brokers, loan brokers in this industry. It's going to be much, much easier to work on that software. Like when I started, everything in 2015, not a long time ago,
Mhm.
everything was on paper. So you download the application, you print the application, sometimes clients sign the application, you fill up application, they scan and send back, and then we collect documents, send it to the lender. And first of all, find lenders, where to find those lenders, and call them. Can you do this deal? Can you do this deal? Email
Wow.
them, and they reply back, and they may not reply back. All those things, and then when they say When they send a term sheet, it's all, and then we send that term sheet to the client, and they sign and send back, and then scanning, all those things. That's a lot of work. A lot of
You
work.
make
It
our
average,
life easy as a brokers. And you know what? I'm glad that I asked you. Maybe I will take that mastery that you have.
yeah, 100%. Like I passionately created that software, passionately, not just because I want subscribers or money or anything. I was so stuck into this whole paradigm. Like I have sending documents, and then I can't find the previous email because the client sent me 2 days ago, and he said already sent. And then I sent it to the lender. Lender say you already sent or you didn't send.
Mhm.
All those things, everything's in one box. So
Nice.
you fill up the application. You can have a team in that software. That's team, they have a different IDs and password. They can have their own portal. You have your own portal. You fill up the application. Everything is there. All 18, 19 products is there. And the full
Amazing.
application is on portal. You fill up, and then you see everything on the top. What's the loan to cost? What's the loan to value? What's the after repair value percentage? What's the loan amount? Is it a good deal or bad deal? It
Wow.
gives
So
you
it's
green
like the
signal or red signal.
underwriting in a system as well.
Yes, you while you're writing like $10 million loan, $50 million property value, this it will give you on the top percentage all together, all along, and it tell
Amazing.
you if it gonna be approved or not. Is it? Do you have to change something or not? So
Wow.
change this, and then when you fix it, when you save it, it give you options of what lender's gonna lend this deal. So you
Mhm.
click on the lenders, you find, okay, for 5 lenders, you send every lender. And then the lenders are already on the portal. They reply back on the same portal, give you term sheet, and you can send the term sheet to the client from the same portal. You don't have to go to your email. And then the lender is going to ask you 5 documents. It's going to be on the portal. You send that
Okay.
same folder to the client, and client will upload the documents on that folder, which
Amazing.
you can forward to the lender in one shot.
Wow, Raja, you genius. You know what? How did you come up with this mastery?
You know
Because
what?
you're gonna
I
make
now I feel
broker
I'm
life
genius.
so easy.
You know what? I think it's a passion because I grinded a lot. I worked a lot. Most of the brokers do, but I came up to this idea that I should be doing something like I was asking a lot of software engineers and software developers, can you do something like this? They don't understand the lending business. I'm working with a team right now, the developers, but I tell them every day, I have a 5 to 6 hours conversation with them
Uh-huh.
about what I need from there, what I need from there. If you click on this one, what should open? All just to ease the work of the brokers, just to ease the work of brokers.
Amazing, amazing. I will introduce your mastery to my brokers. That's
Actually, I will
amazing.
show you next time. Next time we talk about it, I'll show you a little glimpse of the software, how it's going to work. It's going to be amazing. I have created
So
it,
how
but
long
I
is the
haven't seen
training
like
is
this.
gonna be? Let's say, you
Right.
know what, the brokers wanted to train. How long is the training?
So the training is the three type of training. One is there's a course already created.
Mhm.
The
Okay,
second is live coaching, and the third one is the software, which is again it's going to be included with live coaching. So I there's that a lot of people going to be newbie. They don't know anything about lending. They
right,
must join the course to understand the basic and everything about the lending, and then they go live coaching, and then they go for the software because you can't just go on the software and start punching numbers.
right,
People who are in this business, they already know a lot of stuff. They can just start live coaching, or they can just start software. They already know the stuff. You must be working with in the commercial lending industry. You can't be just doing something else and then start this business.
right,
Or
right.
you start the course first and then go step by step. So in nutshell, I would say within, it depends on your pace, maybe 2 months, 3 months, you should
Oh,
be up and running.
amazing, amazing. That's a great opportunity for all the brokers, especially it's gonna save some time. It's you're gonna have all the tools in the system. It's easy to process and all that. Great, great. You're a genius. I'm
Yeah.
so happy that
Thank you. Thank you. Actually, when I look at the software, not with my eyes, like I'm the third person and I say, yes, this is like I look at it like any other broker. I say,
uh-huh,
amazing. This is gonna make my life so easy. And at the same time, once people join our software or our course, they can suggest us what they need, any change. Did you need any
great,
change? I'm gonna take all the feedback every day and then make changes. Because
great.
that's the purpose of this, to make the life easier for the brokers and
Uh,
lenders and for clients too.
Amazing, amazing, Raja. I'm glad that you mentioned this. And
And one
for
more thing, one
audience,
more
if
very
you
important.
point, yes, sure.
It's we calculated everything. It's gonna save 87% of the time of the brokers.
Wow.
So yeah, because they send
That
almost 120 emails for each deal to the lenders and the clients.
87%, that's high. That's high.
It is. It
I'm
is high.
excited to I'm excited to try. I'm excited
Yeah.
to have.
Next time I'll show you how it's gonna work.
So that's a big value in my podcast, meaning that everybody will know about your master class and it's going to save time, money, and everything else that needs to be done for a commercial financing. Going to that financial future, what do you see, meaning that where this commercial financing moving to? What do you see the future there? Do you have any thoughts or suggestion? What are the trends and shaping the future of the commercial lending?
So I see future really bright because first of all, there's not too much competition in this business, to be honest. A lot of
Mhm.
people think there are a lot of competition in residential mortgage brokerage. There are not too many people are providing training in this business. And I haven't heard, like myself, I joined this program 2015, and this company is out of business now for some reasons. There are not too many people are providing courses. Have you ever heard about people providing commercial lending training programs?
No, that's why
No,
actually
right?
I want you
But
to
there are a
have
lot of,
me on my podcast because I never heard about it. And I'm like, wow, that would be a great opportunity for my audience to have you so you can explain your benefits of it.
yeah, but there are a lot of residential mortgage brokerage companies. They're hiring people, and there are not too many commercial lending brokerages hiring people because of that reason. It's like a very niche market. People, most mortgage commercial lending brokers are bankers,
Mhm.
ex-bankers. They
Right.
worked with banks for 5, 10, 20 years. And then
Mhm.
when they retire or they quit bank, they started their own company. Even for them, we have much, much more powerful software and lending sources on that
Mm.
software. So I connected with a lot of bankers all the time. They have like 5 lenders or 10 lenders altogether. They have like two programs which they were working with the banks. They're familiar with these programs, but they have a
Right.
basic foundation of lending. They know everything about lending, but they don't have resources about it. So for me, commercial lending has a lot of potential, no competition. And the
Right.
competition has no disrespect, but competition has no knowledge.
You're right, but you know what? The way I see it, they're looking in one, let's say, lender and another lender, and residential and commercial. Of course, I wanted to see who is going to give them a better rate and
Yeah.
better numbers. I think it's all about the numbers, but that's the value that we're looking to as well. What can you provide from your side? What kind of rate you giving, and how different are you from other lenders?
So we have different programs. What I can tell you that there's no different I provide. The only difference would be the speed because of
Okay.
the software we're going to provide.
Okay.
We don't lend our own money. We're not
Uh,
lending money from our pocket. Everything, we have a correspondent relationship with some lenders. We have table funding with our lenders, but we have all the programs. So, for example, benefit with us working with us for the clients
mhm.
is if they're looking for some business, we
Okay.
can fund that business. If they're looking for some purchase order finance for their business, their import export, we can still do it. They're looking
Okay.
for account receivable finance, we can still do it. They're looking for commercial real estate lending, we can do it. They are looking for fix and flip property, we can do it. We are doing everything under one roof. But most of the lenders, they don't do all the programs. They might do SBA lending, but they don't do USDA, or they might do SBA, but they don't do fix and flip. Most
Right.
lenders don't do that two together, but we do everything under one roof. So that's the benefit. For one client, they come to us 10 times, 10 different programs, 10 different properties or businesses. We can still do it as long
Amazing.
as they qualify.
Amazing. So you have all the tools to have it under one roof.
Yes.
That's the service that you're providing. The way I
Yes.
see it, the service and the speed, meaning the time, that's always, it costs money.
Yeah, I'm telling you, this is going to change everything. This software is going to change everything. Commercial lending. I'm not saying it's like I can't think of any software like Facebook or Instagram, big software, but it's going to meet the needs of brokers.
Mhm.
If we spend a lot of time putting this together, and I can tell you, it's really hard to make because the technology and the commercial lending mastery or commercial lending expertise cannot meet together. Brokers don't have time to do these things, right?
Yes.
Or commercial,
Yes.
they
Yes.
don't have time. They tell the developer, I need this. And the developer create whatever. They say, oh, this is good. But I've worked so hard on it, like every day, 5-6 hours every day on the software to meet the requirements of like where I think this is wasting time. Remove this, put this thing in, add this button, delete this button. Every button is all my choice. Everything is my choice software.
Wow. I can feel it. I can feel that passion that the way you're explaining the software and so much effort and time to create this. It's amazing to hear all these benefits that you can offer. And my audience, I feel very lucky to have you here. And we are so happy to hear all these benefits that you can offer us. I'm thrilled to have you on this podcast. It was pleasure meeting you. Looking forward for many more.
Thank you. Thank you, Stella. Thanks for your time and opportunity. Really appreciate it. We'll be in touch.
We'll be definitely in touch. I want to make sure that I use your software and
Yeah, I'll
this
show you next
mastery
time for
that you
sure.
gain that we have to show to other
We
people.
can have a next call again like this, a podcast, and we can talk about it. And by the time it's gonna be at like 100% perfect software ready to go, I'll show you a glimpse of it, trial. People can see what we're offering.
Amazing. Amazing. Thank you so much. It's a pleasure having you. Thank you.
All
Have a
right.
great
Thank you. Thank you,
Thank
Stella.
Thank you for listening to the Stella Top Seller podcast. If building real wealth through real estate is your goal, this is your show. Subscribe and follow me on social media. I'm Stella Shalamova. Keep thinking bigger, investing smarter, and living the top seller mindset. Until next time.